Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar, Holiday Promotions. My name is Jill, and with me today is Kim Stiglitz. She's going to be doing our presentation. I'm just going to pipe up every now and then.
Hi, everybody.
Just a couple things before we jump into this very interesting webinar. First of all, this one will be around 40 to 45 minutes long. At the end, as always, there will be time for Q&A, so if you do think of questions along the way, go ahead and type those into the box that you see in your GoToWebinar window, and we will be happy to answer as many of those as we can at the end. To answer a question that's probably on all of your minds right now is this being recorded? Because everyone asked that question. The answer is yes, we are recording this webinar. It will be available on our resources page on our website next week, so you can go through and take a look at some of the things we have in here if you need to refresh your memory. So with that, I am going to hand this over to Kim, and we will get started with our webinar.
Hi, everybody. We're so glad you joined us. We know that Halloween just ended last Wednesday, if you can believe it. It feels like a lifetime ago. We've had a lot of excitement here in San Francisco with the World Series
Yes.
and now the election and everything else. So hard to believe that the holidays are just around the corner, but they are. And I'm here in a fuzzy coat and reindeer antlers and jingle bells, all decked out to get you in the spirit, even though it is only November 7th. So our agenda today in our short time that we're together is to go over some expectations for the 2012 holiday season. When should you start your holiday marketing? Are you behind the ball? Are you ahead of the ball? Where do you stand, and when should you start? We'll also go over some popular promotions, and I'll give you some ideas and some creative choices to consider. And then also give you some tips on how to stand out, because competition is fierce, and you can do some simple things to really stand out from all the other people who will be doing offers and promotions and trying to sell to your same target audience. Lastly, we'll show you some examples just to get those creative juices flowing, and then we'll make ourselves available for questions and answers at the end. And you can just type your questions into the box, and we'll get to those at the end of the presentation. So first of all, the holiday 2012 expectations. I just wanted to start this with, did you know that there are over $1 billion spent on the Monday after Black Friday? It's actually known as Cyber Monday, and it caps the weekend of shopping and spending that officially launches the holiday season. Traditionally, most retailers waited until after Thanksgiving to really kick off the holiday season, and everything was compacted into this, 6-week period. And we've seen the trend starting earlier and earlier and earlier every year. And that's a bit controversial. There's certain retailers like Nordstrom's actually came out a few years ago and said, we are not decorating our stores until the day after Thanksgiving. So it's, depending on what your point of view is and when you think it's appropriate, that's up to you. But just to know that the amount of opportunity that's out there is huge, and depending when it's appropriate for your business, it might be better to start earlier or later. But the fact that consumers collectively take out and spend more than $1 billion in a 24-hour time span is mind-boggling to me. So how much money is on the table or under the tree for this holiday season? And I'm going to cite some numbers that come from the National Retail Federation's a survey that they did, and they are saying that the average holiday shopper will spend let's round this number, $750 on gifts, decor, greeting cards, and more. And that's up about $10 from last year, where they spent about $740. And this was mind-blowing to me. The amount of money that's going to be spent on holiday decor this year is nearly $7 billion. That's a lot of garland.
It is a lot of garland.
Like, my goodness. And then the National Retail Federation is forecasting that holiday sales will increase to $586 billion. So not too bad for a quote-unquote down economy. The spending that comes into this $586 billion number is as follows. The average person is planning to spend about $420 on children, parents, aunts, uncles, $75 on their friends, $23 on their coworkers, sorry, Jill, and $28 on others, such as pets and community members. They'll spend about $100 on food and candy, $28 on greeting cards, and about $20 on flowers. And this is a really interesting fun fact. 6 in 10, or nearly 60%, plan to spend $140 on self-gifting this holiday season. So this is a really, really important segment to remember when it comes to creating your offers and promotions. So right now we're going to do a little bit of interactivity and do a little poll to see when you are planning to start your holiday offers and planning.
So go ahead and select the answer to the question, how far have you gotten in your marketing for the holidays?
Because you didn't have enough voting yesterday. Our process is a little bit easier, I think.
Mm-hmm. Much more immediate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just give you a couple more seconds if you're pondering what you're going to do there.
And then Jill's going to report to us the numbers.
Oh, no, I'll show the numbers.
Oh, beautiful.
So you guys should be able to see that now. So it looks like you're all pretty much split. Some people haven't started yet.
Oh, the irony.
About a third of you haven't started yet. A third of you have thought a little bit about it, but you haven't gotten very far. A third have started some of your marketing, and it looks like just a handful have already sent out something to do with the holidays. Yay, you.
Awesome.
Okay, so let me go ahead and hide those results. And
well, good. So things have progressed along a bit because we did this same poll on the 24th of October, and you can see the results here. So it's ticked up about maybe 5 or 10% across the different categories. So we're happy to see that it's at least in your mind, and we've planted some seeds. So because you don't want people to buy just on or right before the holidays start. That doesn't mean, start you're sending things on Christmas Day or on New Year's Day. In fact, you should really be starting this about 6 weeks out. So we're really glad that you're here today to join us. So let's move on to talk about when you should start. So about 6 in 10 or 60% online retailers said they started their online holiday marketing promotions by Halloween, so last week. And that's up from 53% in 2011. So as I talked about, this is starting earlier and earlier. People are really looking at moving that opportunity and trying to get top of mind, trying to get in your inbox, all of those things earlier and earlier. But 38% will begin their marketing by mid-November or later. So that's really in the next week or two. So just think about that.
Yeah, and one of the things that you want to keep in mind is that come mid-November, everybody, including the people who started early, are also going to be sending out emails and hitting everyone all at the same time. So if you start a little bit earlier, you'll stand out from the crowd a little bit when all of those inboxes start getting packed with offers from everyone.
Absolutely. So if you look at this slide, about 60% started by Halloween, and about 40% are going to start mid-November or later. So let's think about, in our next slide, when are people planning to shop? Because those two things should be aligned, right? So in the National Retail Federation's survey, they found that about 51% or 52% of shoppers will shop online in the coming weeks. And this is the highest amount in the survey's 10-year history. And 22% stated they begin shopping in October. That's 2% higher than even last year. So shoppers are also moving up that trend of starting to shop earlier. And it's been interesting in just kind of getting ready for this webinar and talking around the office and different people. Like some people like myself, I shop all year long. I used to work in retail for 15 years. That's why this subject is near and dear to my heart. But I will not set foot in a store come Black Friday and through the rest of the holiday season. But other people are big-time procrastinators. So you really have to think about all the different shopping habits that you need to speak to. And we'll talk specifically about different promotions you can do to address these drastically different shopping habits.
Yeah, I also worked in retail and don't step foot in a store on Black Friday either. But, talking to people on our team, I've already started my holiday shopping and I started it a couple months ago. But there are people on our team who are like, what? I'm not even going to think about that till December. So there's always going to be people with different phases in the shopping, and you want to keep everybody in mind when you're hitting them.
We're the early birds.
We are early birds.
I'm nearly done.
I'm not nearly done.
So what goes in? What are some of the factors that actually influence where people shop during the holidays? And, this isn't talking about specifically on a device or on a tablet or, on their mobile phone. This is talking about how do they decide where they're going to shop. And the number one factor in the survey, nearly 37%, were based on offers for sales and discounts. followed by selection of merchandise and quality of merchandise. So that 36%, that's why your planning and your marketing for this season are vital. So, talking about popular promotions, free shipping rules when it comes to holiday promotions because so many people are buying and sending gifts to families near and far. So that free shipping really comes in, and it's handy for the people who shop in advance and want to have it shipped to themselves, and then they will give it. And then it's helpful for those procrastinators or those last minute shoppers so they can get it shipped and get there in time and kind of save the day, even though they may have procrastinated. So 90% of retailers, 90%, that's like mind-blowing, plan to offer some form of free shipping to online shoppers. 37% plan to offer free standard shipping with conditions, so based on, a minimum purchase, buy $50, get free shipping, something like that. 30% will offer free standard shipping without conditions, buy anything, get free shipping. Kind of like Amazon Prime. 30% of online retailers said their free shipping offers will start earlier than last year. So if you haven't already seen these in your inbox, you should start to see them in the next week or two with going out there to get kind of those early people and the pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday shoppers. And I'm sure Cyber Monday will be full of free shopping offers. So
yeah, oh, for sure.
And, free shipping, has been sort of the golden child of offers, but it's really talking about, if you're thinking about it, a lot more retailers are offering this year-round. Nearly a quarter said they already offer free shipping year-round. And for those that don't, about another quarter said that they would launch their first free shipping promotion by Halloween, and by Thanksgiving, more than 3/4 will have offered this promotion. So while it's really popular, you may not stand out if you're also doing free shipping. You can do that, but then how else do you sort of layer onto that to have a compelling message? So one of our ideas or tips is you can stand out by offering something unexpected to treat and to delight your shoppers. So how about free gift wrapping? If I'm thinking about having a gift shipped, I don't want it to arrive unwrapped and then have to have the recipient just get some brown box with whatever flying around inside. It would be amazing and extraordinary to go that extra step and offer a simple, really nice free gift wrapping. I mean, free shipping and gift wrap, good to go.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to stand out. Talking about free shipping, I didn't know this, but there is a whole day dedicated to free shipping. It's Free Shipping Day. On Monday, December 17th, more than 1,000 merchants will offer free shipping and other discounts with delivery by Christmas Eve in the contiguous United States. And, you can go on the site and check it out. It's freeshippingday.com. You can sign up to participate and get all the information. I'm not endorsing it. I'm merely just saying this is an interesting concept, and the fact that there's a whole day dedicated to this, I found that really interesting. And, you might ask yourself, is it worth participating? And the quote I have from a store owner said, 95% of the reason they participate is to get new customers and attract new prospects. The other 5% is getting rid of or reducing inventory. He said he got about 50 to 75 new customers. So that's great,
good.
especially if you can reach back out to those customers and get them to be repeat. That's pretty good. Depending on the size of your business and the amount of purchase, you could really see that starting to be a good thing. You may have slimmer margins because you'll have to cover their free shipping, but if you can make up for that in volume and in getting first-time customers to become repeat customers, you should be able to cover your costs. So an interesting, maybe unknown day.
I never heard of that day.
I know, good times.
That's pretty cool.
So another fun thing that I found while doing research for this is a cool new promotional app that was just launched this week by North Social. I got an email about it in my inbox. And North Social is a social media promotion company, and they help to do all of your social promotions. It is a paid app. And this paid app allows your company to run a week's worth of deals, 12 days of coupons, and up to 24 days of holiday deals. It's sort of like an online advent calendar. Instead of chocolate hidden behind each door, the user clicks their way to a unique digital promotion. It can be for % off, for free shipping, for downloads, for gift guides. Really you're only limited by your own imagination and ability to offer cool, fun freebies.
That's fun.
And each daily promotion includes sharing tools to help the end recipient spread the word. So then they're effectively doing the marketing for you. So this is cool. You can learn more about it at northsocial.com. So let's talk about some other popular promotions. We know holiday buyers are a sales-driven bunch, and we saw this a few slides ago. If you give them interesting items at a stellar price with some cool, unique offers, they'll buy in droves. You can have a Christmas sale, a New Year's sale, a Hanukkah sale, a winter sale, a pre-Christmas sale, a Thanksgiving sale, generic holidays, whatever you want. Use whatever reason you can to create a sale event and make it able to be shared and promoted. And retailers plan to impress holiday shoppers with promotions that include coupons, limited time only deals, and discounts on specific purchases. Nearly half of retailers said that they plan to heavily emphasize promotions that offer discounts that include a percentage off. And about 12.5% plan to offer coupons with dollars off. So we see almost half go with percentage off. Only 12.5 will offer dollars off. And we've done a lot of testing around this at Vertical Response, whether it's dollars versus percent. And for our testing, percent seems to rule the roost. Save 50% off is more compelling than save $9 or something like that. So it's interesting to see this reflected on a large scale by retailers. And nearly 1/3 said they would offer limited time only promotions. So what's your takeaway on this? It's mix up your promotions. There's not just one size fits all. Just because specific percent off performs really well, it doesn't mean you should put all your eggs in that basket. Variety is the spice of life. So create the perfect recipe for your holiday sales with a variety of offers like free shipping, gift wrapping, percentage off. Coupons with codes to use online or in-store are great too. We have a product called Vertical Response Social, and you can create a coupon that you can use on social media networks like Facebook and Twitter in your email. And we also provide you a web page that hosts your coupon on it so you can link to that and drive people right to that offer. You can also think about short-term promos to drive that sense of urgency. Instead of having a sale that's like you start it now and it's good through the end of December, think about short-term things like 3 days only, a 48-hour sale, weekend only, things that get those quick pops, because when they drag on longer, they tend to lose momentum the longer that you go. And if people know that they have, all of us are crunched for time. We're constantly like, get it done now or it won't get done at all, right? It's very few things we put it aside to do later you're going to come back to. So if you keep the time frames short and concise, people are more apt to act on them, but you have to communicate that. And remember that you can take any real standard offer and put your own creative spin on it.
One of the things I've seen a few emails I've received recently for the limited time only is that people will have a specific percent off for 2 days. And then if you buy 2 days after that, so maybe you get 30% off if you buy within the first 2 days. If you buy 2 days after that, you get 20% off. And so the discount goes down the longer it is that you wait. So it builds in that sense of urgency to get people to buy. But they still get a discount even if they hesitate for a minute, but it's just not as good as if they had purchased right away. And that might be something to test out as well. That's kind of a fun idea.
Absolutely. And, I was going to give you a few ideas of just taking, a standard offer and putting your own creative spin on it. One of the things I love is like mystery offers.
Mm-hmm.
And we did something which I'll show you later in the deck. There's a slide on it. You can discover your mystery savings or shake the winter snow globe to get your mystery offer. Things like that are great. You can do, different countdown days. You can have a countdown calendar or countdown timer. So if you have a limited time, like a 3-day only, in the email you can actually have the countdown clock reinforcing, this offer is going to run out soon. And you can go online to digitalink.com, and they offer countdown clocks. So you can put those right into your email, because it really helps reinforce, or put that on the landing page. It really helps reinforce, like, oh my gosh, this offer, is running out. So taking, standard things and really mixing them up, and thinking about doing things for those self-gifters, and I'll get into a little bit more of that in a moment. So how to stand out. And this is specific in your email because, as we said, email volumes are going to pick up significantly. As we all know, our inboxes are going to be running over. So good that you're on this call now, and many of you are already thinking about this and doing it. You want to send your awesome offers early. Don't save your offers for later. If you can front load your revenue and your sales, do that now. so that you can stand out and even put that in your messaging and address those people who are shopping early. It's address those early birds and say, shop early and save, avoid the crowds. Don't be a procrastinator this year. Get it done early and save, and offer them special deals and reward them for being good shoppers and getting in there and getting it early. Even having your doorbusters prior to Thanksgiving to mix it up. Doorbusters are a tried and true thing in the retail industry, and they're always around Thanksgiving. But why not do it the Thursday before Thanksgiving, maybe, because everybody the following week will be busy getting ready. So,
Right.
kind of taking those tried and true things and flipping them on their head and putting them at a different time can be really interesting as well. Prepare in advance because Black Friday and Cyber Monday will be very heavy. So as we've said, mix it up. Maybe send your things on an alternate day so that they stand out. Fridays, as we get closer and closer, will become very heavy for email volume. So if you have to send on a Friday, make sure that you're going to stand out. And also maybe consider changing up the time and testing the time that you're sending your emails, because a lot of people do what's called email triage. So they're going through their email inbox and kind of getting rid of a lot of messages and only saving the most important or the ones that are the most engaging. So maybe not, launching your things to be in their inbox at 6 a.m. Maybe you do it a little bit later after they've cleaned out and triaged their inbox. But in doing this, because they may be doing sort of this triaging on their mobile devices, you want to consider all those elements of your email. This is the time to really make sure that all of your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, and that you've got great pre-header that supports your subject line. You have great headlines, your images are compelling, and you have a clear call to action that is in an active voice, buy now, get this offer, really directive. Don't make your readers try to hunt and peck and guess what you want them to do. It's very clear this time of year. You want them to buy. And by addressing what their challenges are in the holiday season, which are, short on time, short on money, all of those things. And when you are able to address the shopper's challenges and kind of fix those or provide them a solution, you become their hero, right? You're like, oh goodness, you saved me. You have free gift wrap and free shipping. I am going to be a hero in my little niece's eyes because I got her, Barbie doll in time for Christmas. So, and test early. We've still got a few weeks, so if you want to kind of test some different time sends or different pre-header and subject lines, this is the time to do it. So by crunch time, you have a well-oiled email machine. So the next two slides have a myriad of holiday-related subject lines, and as you can see, they actually reinforce many of the ideas we've discussed, from free shipping to percentage off, doorbusters, and lots more. And the reason I put so many, and there's a whole other slide which we'll forward to, and I love sort of the combination one, thanks with 25% off plus free shipping. So you don't just have to pick one offer to put in your subject line. We've actually been seeing a trend of subject lines getting a little bit longer, so you can play with these multi-offers, $1 doorbuster plus $20 on us. Being able to address things like those self-gifters plus the holiday shopping, those are really compelling things, and I think I have a little bit more on the next slide if you want to show that. And when you get the copy of the deck, you'll have these, so you can leverage them or copy them if you'd like.
One of the things that I see when I'm looking at these subject lines is that, with the exception of the first one on the last slide, they don't say free shipping in the subject line. And I think that's an important thing to notice. Even though 90% of the retailers are going to be offering free shipping this holiday season, over the last couple of years, that was the #1 subject line, and its effectiveness is starting to wane because everybody puts free shipping in the subject line. Should you have that information in your email? Absolutely, but maybe not in your subject line. Maybe that's something you put in your pre-header and see if that helps. Or maybe it's something you just have at the top of the email and you concentrate on what your offer is in your subject line and in the pre-header, and consider the free shipping as an extra bonus once they start looking at your offers.
Absolutely. And I think just looking at these subject lines can give you tons of great ideas around doing offers, even making up these funny ones, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa Day, 6 deals, and Hanukkah's 9 days away, 8 days, 8 deals around Hanukkah for the 8 nights of Hanukkah. So there's lots of great, very specific things. This one, order early for extra savings in a stress-free holiday season. They're addressing, it's like, I don't, everybody's like dreading, oh gosh. Unwrap your mystery savings, our gift to you. So really fun stuff, great ideas that you can absolutely leverage, and you'll get a copy of these when we send you out the deck. And remember those self-gifters. What I didn't see a lot of here is, something addressing that, and so I just brainstormed a couple last night, which were like gifts for them, gifts for you, give something, get something. So two simple concepts. You could be more specific, but just addressing that they're giving, but they also want to get. I mean, how many of us don't go out with the best intentions to go buy a gift, and then we end up with a brand new pair of shoes? don't know about you, but might have happened to me once or twice.
Yes, I'm a self-gifter for sure.
So some more ways that we can stand out besides free shipping all day long is a gift a day series. You could do the 12 days of holiday, the 8 nights of offer, 24 hours of saving, 12 hours of whatever, 7 days, 5 days, 3 days. So doing a gift each day and featuring different gifts by price point, by however you'd like to break it down. I think those are really fun. A lot of even like baking companies send out their cookie of the day recipes. And,
for sure.
So no, we're not just talking about retailers here. You could do, 8 days of donations if you're a nonprofit. All kinds of things. So even though a lot of these examples are very specific to retailers, you can take these same concepts and use them for a service-oriented business, for really anything. And Jill actually has a great blog post coming out about this, no matter kind of what you're doing, how to get a head start on your holiday marketing, and parlaying that into not just retail, but other examples that she includes in that post. You can also update your header with a holiday section, and you can see this on this first example in the black, and they've got a nice bright holiday on there to compel people to click on that section. Want to make sure, as we've talked a little bit about, that as always, that your emails are mobile friendly. This is becoming more and more prevalent that people are checking, and there's an example here in the Blue Fly example at the bottom right of the slide. It says viewing from a PDA, or you could say a mobile device, or on a mobile, click here. So that way you make sure it's easy for people to access that. And even moving a lot more of your contact information up towards the top is helpful as well.
I'd also recommend, since so many people get information via mobile, that you include any special holiday hours that you're having and your address, maybe even further up. We require it in the bottom of your email, but if you have it a little further up, then the people on mobile who are trying to get to your store or trying to find your hours or whatever they're trying to find, it's easy for them to get to.
And even if they're on their mobile and they're, sitting on a train commuting or something, they maybe want to call an order in, having that phone number up there and really easy to access, and they're on their mobile, they can just hit that button and bang, they're on the phone with you. So that's really helpful as well. Adding a gift guide to your website navigation bar and a link to share on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter. Obviously, these are kind of no-brainers, but great to have. In the Blue Fly example, I love how they have gifts for her, gifts for him, gifts for the home. They've really broken it down and made it very easy. I logged into, I believe it was Rulala the other day, and they had in their upper nav bar, Happy Holidays, Kim, which I thought was a really nice touch. I was like, wow, I feel so welcome. And in the lower right, we have the sort of countdown to Black Friday deals week. It's never too early for a good deal. Shop now. So just
it never is.
And I even love the little flare, that Piper Lime example here where it has, their full nav bar. I've cut off a piece of it, but it just says boys, brands, and gifts, and they've put the little red bow on the gifts just to start making it a little more jolly, a little more festive feeling, but it's not too over the top now. So these little tweaks can really have a nice impact, even just the Happy Holidays, Kim. You can also add a price description if you're putting stuff on Pinterest, and we'll talk about this a lot more at the bottom, but when you're talking about getting social, you can add a price on there and automatically put it in the gift category, and we'll talk a lot more about this. And speaking of that, creating a gift guide is a very practical thing to do this time of year because, as we mentioned in the very beginning of this presentation, a lot of people have a certain amount of money that they have to spend. We know what that is, and you want to keep that in mind when you create different sections on your site. You can do, here, these are kind of big buckets, gifts for him, gifts for her, which are great because those are sort of end user based. But what about gifts under $25? Gifts under $50, gifts, under 100. Those are really helpful as well because you can go right in there and have them then subcategorized by gifts for him, gifts for her, gifts for the home, whatever they are, but within those price points, because then people aren't going into a section and falling in love with something that's, way out of their price range. It makes it quick and easy for those time crunch shoppers to get their deals.
Yeah, it makes for good content for your email as well. If you have like a category gifts under $25, that's something that's really catching for your recipients. Also, we did a webinar last week on PR for the holidays. And if you're thinking about gift guides, you can also try getting your products in a gift guide that's being published. It's too late for magazines because those things are done in like June, but for online gift guides and local newspaper gift guides, you still have plenty of time. So you might want to go take a look at that if you want to think about doing some promos that way as well.
And those are perfect. Gift guides are perfect content for your emails that you're going to be sending out. I mean, you could do a couple of emails just with those featured price points in them. So you're not having to sit down and create something that takes a long time. You've already created it, and now you're just populating that content right within your email. And then you can tweet that, or you can put it on your Facebook. You can you could take one thing and leverage it across all your social networks, and as well as in your email, and really address those shopping concerns. And that's what this is about. So let's look at some examples from our own inboxes from holidays past and present. And this one I just got, which I thought was really fantastic. It's a great promo from Banana Republic based on daylight savings times. And it just says, you've got an extra hour to shop. It's like so many people I saw on Facebook that day are like, oh, what are you doing with your extra hour of time? And I thought this was great because they're like, you've got an extra hour to shop. That was the subject line. And this offer has conditions. It says extra hour, extra savings, 30% off your purchase of $150 or more. And they've really covered all the bases here, right? They've got great creative, really simple. The 30% stands out. You've got the clock counting down. And they've leveraged an unexpected holiday. Like, who would have thought daylight savings time? So kudos to them. And I love that the promo code, they didn't just say, enter code XYQZ94. They've got a promo code.
BR extra hour.
Yeah, BR extra hour reinforces. So they've really thought about, the branding, the extra hour, BR extra hour with the code. And so, you can create your own promo codes using VR Social or whatever other tools you're using. And kind of think about this. I mean, look, how much text is on this? It took like 5 minutes, right? So things don't have to be complicated. It can be simple. And this is a perfect way on how to do the unexpected and delight or surprise your customers in a really good way. So moving on to our next one. This is from our friends over at Pottery Barn. And what I loved about this one is they've actually have a category on an entire section of free shipping items. So instead of just being like free shipping, they actually have a section. So shop free shipping. It's very specific. And as we mentioned before, you could also do this based on price points. Shop 25 and less, shop 50 and less, shop for him, shop for her. So thinking about breaking your offerings down into categories that make a lot of sense to your buyers.
They also have a good pre-header. The holidays are here in stores and online. That's nice.
Can you just jump in with your email expertise and explain what a pre-header is?
Oh, I'm sorry.
In case someone here does not
Let me
understand,
get my cursor here.
We love pre-header.
This is the pre-header. It's the first line of text in your email, and some email programs pull that into the subject line. It's not every email program, but a good chunk of them do, especially mobile phones. Hint, hint, hint. And so it actually helps supplement what your subject line is saying. So you don't want to repeat your subject line in the pre-header up here. You want it to be something that goes with it because it's an additional place that you can get information to your recipients. It's called pre-header because it's before the header. This would be the header right here, the logo and whatever information you have there. But pre-header text is technically whatever the first line of text is in your email. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's view in a browser because that's the first line of text that's at the top of an email, which isn't all that compelling or doesn't really make people want to open your email. So think about what you're putting up at the top, especially during the holidays when you're fighting for that inbox space.
Definitely. It's the BFF of your subject line. One of the last things I like about, I think they were very thoughtful in sending this email out now in advance because people decorate before the holiday comes, and they're getting this planted in your mind because if you do celebrate Christmas, a lot of people like to kick it off, the day after Thanksgiving. Lots of people put up their tree and do the whole thing, so they'll probably want to start shopping for all of those decorations and also for their Thanksgiving dinners in advance. So they've timed this really perfectly.
I also love how they've separated the categories, and they have the memorable entertaining, because even if you're not spending a lot on decorating or you're not doing a lot of gifting or whatever, most people have some kind of entertainment that goes on. There's a holiday party. You have people over for Thanksgiving. You have people over for Hanukkah or for Christmas. There's all kinds of entertaining opportunities coming up, and they've really kind of focused on that. That's kind of a nice thing as well. It's not just come in and buy presents.
Right. It's all different. As I shake my jingles. Now this one is a little bit different and interesting spin, and we always talk in email best practices about making sure if you are going to make a change to your send frequency that you inform your audience so that they can make a decision whether or not they want to stay and get that many emails from you. And so I think Zappos does a wonderful job here saying, season's greeting and a little holiday help. They're positioning themselves as sort of your friend and your advice and your helper to get your holiday shopping done. And from now till New Year, we're going to help you with we're going to rock your holiday gifting, right? So that's really fun, and they've got a playful tone there with 3 new emails a week, which some people might be like, oh my gosh, but if Zappos people love Zappos. People who shop Zappos are huge advocates for the most part. They have wonderful customer service, and so they're saying we're going to be your helpers. We're going to help you rock your gifting. You'll get tons of new holiday hints for everyone in your gift list. Ding, including you. So they remember all those self-gifters who might want to get themselves a nice, cute new pair of boots or something for the holiday. So I thought that was a really kind of different thing. It wasn't all about buy. It was just like, we're going to help you and also stuff for
you. And you don't have to send out one email saying we're going to change our email frequency, but if you are planning on changing that, just put it at the top of an email or mention it in your email. Now until the holidays are over, we're going to be sending an email a week where we've been sending an email a month. And then that manages your recipients' expectations. They know at the end of the holidays you'll go back to your normal mailing frequency, and they'll be less likely to want to unsubscribe.
Here's another festive example from Bath & Body Works. In this email example, they're promoting their clearance, so you can get stuff for yourself now and get free shipping on $50 or more. So they've got it all 50% off, free shipping, plus they've got that conditional offer with $50 or more. But then underneath, they're also like, hey, also now open the holiday shop, so you can start to do your gift shopping. A good tip, and one that I haven't seen in any of the examples here, which I actually love as a tactic, is to get those holiday shoppers that you've engaged with all of these great promotions and offers, get them coming back to you after the holidays are over. So give them some type of code or coupon to come back and shop one or more times with you for a percentage off or, however you want to do it. And you can get, lots of people get cash for the holiday, right? Or gift cards. Gift card is top on the list for most people this year. So get them to spend that with you because you've already planted those seeds and given them an offer to come back on whatever date you stated. Is any time after, 12/26 to whatever, have an end date, bring in your gift cards or bring in your, holiday booty and, spend it with us. So you can even do a gift card offer, do some kind of a subject line like got a gift card burning a hole in your pocket, get more for less with our great offers because some people are savers. I actually read a stat that like 48% of gift cards are never redeemed, which I can't believe because gift cards burn a hole in my pocket.
Oh, yeah. My brother-in-law's like that, too. He's been known to shovel snow out of the driveway to go spend his gift card the day after Christmas.
I like him. Yeah, so, addressing that. Got a gift card? Come, we've got great offers. Get more for less. So something like that can be really fun. The next one is a very simple, again, we know that you're going to be stressed for time. So this is a very simple offer from one of our customers, Chasing Fireflies. They say take an extra 20% off everything in our sales shop, limited time only. Boom. They don't tell you what the limited time is until you click through, so you're kind of like, ooh, maybe this is going to run out today. I better click through and check that out. And again, they've got their phone number right there, and their URL of their site, so you can either call or order right online. So super simple.
Mhm.
This next example is something we haven't seen a lot of, but is becoming more prevalent, and this is actually from Pinterest, and this is Yankee Candle.
Yep.
So we can guess what they do. They make nice, all kinds of gazillions of different fabulous smelling candles, and they've got a new holiday fragrances, so we can imagine, gingerbread and peppermint and all those lovely things. But you can put these videos, you can include a link to a YouTube video or here in your email. You can have it on your Pinterest like they've got here, to your social media pages. So thinking about being creative. It doesn't have to be splashy. It could be even a little tour of your shop and the fun new things that you have for the holidays. You could do a video gift guide.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And put that on Pinterest.
Absolutely. So there's simple but very effective things you can do to stand out from free shipping, free shipping, free shipping.
And I love that they made a video because they're candles and you can't smell them in the video, but you can see, and they have some cool, things that go with candles that are fun, and they have different colors and stuff like that. But, even though you can't smell the candles, the video is still an effective thing to do. And I love that they did that and that they put it on Pinterest.
When we can create an app for scratch and sniff email, we won't be doing webinars anymore. No, I'm kidding. So this next one was just funny. I thought it was very playful. We have a competitor who has monkeys, so we always kind of look at things with monkeys. But this is just a fun, playful, email that's featuring price points: $25 for adults, $40 for the blankets. And it includes a fun testimonial.
I love the testimonial.
Because I yelled like an 8-year-old when he opened them. Who doesn't want that reaction? All of us as gift givers, we don't like go in and get something and be like, okay, whatever. We want that person to be surprised and delighted. We want to see their face light up when they open our gift. So this testimonial I thought was amazing.
And I love that we haven't seen very many testimonials in the emails that we've seen so far, but this is a really fun email with the testimonial. And testimonials can be really effective, so it might be something you want to think about using.
Absolutely, because like we said, everybody wants their gift to be the one that the person loves the most. And I like the way they made their price points stand out with the starburst as well. Again, I think just one thing, this is a very specific email, so again, I'm going to be a little bit of a critic. It would have been great to have some other things in here, like gifts under or whatever that is, because if you're not a big Sock Monkey fan, it might not hit the mark. So not everybody loves Sock Monkey. So it would have been good to have maybe some other little secondary type of a thing. But
well, I'm going to say that they segmented their list based on interests in sock monkeys, and so these are the people most enthusiastic about sock monkeys.
That would be an incredible list segmentation. I like it. The monkey list. Okay, perfect. Moving along, we would be remiss if we didn't include one of our own fabulous examples. You can see in this example, from last year during the holidays, our subject was 10 days only, shake up savings. And our pre-header was get 20 to 50% off when you buy 500 email credits.
This is the pre-header again.
So it supports the subject line of 10 days only, shake up the savings. So this is, we're combining something, right? We're combining a short time period, 10 days only, and a mystery offer, shake up the savings. Our call to action says save 20 to 50% now. That's the big red button. That's what we want people to do. So we say, give our snow globe of savings a shake and instantly get 20 to 50% off. So here's a little secret. You can do these, because people are always amazed by these offers and they think, oh, how do you determine? And you can do these very technical, right? Like you could say, I want X% of my audience to get the 20% off. I want based on what your budget is. Or you can just be really generous, because most people, when they see these offers, click on it because they're interested to see what their mystery is, but they have a preconceived notion in their mind that, you know what, I'm probably going to get the 20% off, right? Because most companies aren't going to give you the
50.
most.
Right.
So a way to surprise and delight your audience, because you may know in your mind, like, I can afford to give everybody 50% off, or I can afford to give every 40% off. So what you can say is save 20 to 50% off, and then when they click on it, they get the higher amount. Because when you get that higher amount, you already feel like you've won. You're like, sweet, I got the highest amount. How can I not buy? So that's just a little secret or a little tip from the industry that you can try. Again, you can do it much more complicated and figure out percentages of who you want to get what percentage off, and that's been done too, and we've done that as well. But it's also really nice to surprise and delight your audience by setting up this expectation in their mind that they think they're probably going to get a lower amount, and then give them the higher amount because they've already felt like they've one at that point, and they're already in the mindset of like, woohoo, I'm totally going to buy because I thought I was only going to get 20 and now I've got 50. How can I pass that up? And you can see the mindset shift that occurs because if you just said 50 to begin with, it doesn't feel as special. But when you say 20 to 50 and they get the 50, it's like, sweet. So not saying it's a definite, but it definitely, changes.
Well, I have to say, I know how this stuff works, and that works on me anyway. If I get a high percent off, I'm like, woohoo, I'm gonna go shop now.
Okay, this is my nearly last slide, and I don't want to zing through it too quickly, but I'll try to get through it in a couple of minutes because Pinterest is totally on the radar where I don't think it was as much last year. We're sitting here as two very avid pinners, and but Pinterest users are 79% more likely to purchase based on what they find on Pinterest than those on Facebook even. So Facebook has been sort of the place, but it's quickly being outpaced by Pinterest. This is by a study by Steelhouse. And as shoppers go online, we should follow suit using both Pinterest and Facebook to help influence those decisions. And remember what influenced decisions. It was special offers and deals. Then it was the third one was quality of merchandise, and the second one was selection of merchandise. Right. Sorry to go out of order. So we have to be there in those same places, influencing those decisions with those offers. So you can easily, with Pinterest, include a price in the description section when you're doing your pin, and it will automatically place a little banner. You can see it there in the left corner that has the price. And the cool thing is it gets placed automatically in the gift category. So that's super cool. When people are looking for gifts, they can be there. And you can do your own gift guides this way. Yep. So in the past, it was like, how do I create a gift guide? Now it's drop dead simple. And then you can include a link to your Pinterest gift guide anywhere. Your emails and anywhere, right? Yeah. And then also get a whole new set of followers and engaged people on these social networks that might not find you otherwise.
So this is a screenshot of the gift tab, and the gift tab is broken up by price point. So if you have a price on there, it will automatically categorize your gift, because it has a price, into the price points, and then people can just click on it and see all these different things. So these are coming from all over the place because they have a price on them. So you can set up your own board for a gift guide. You could do a couple boards based on price point or gifts for him or gifts for her. One of the things that we don't see here, but we saw the Yankee Candle example earlier where they had their video on Pinterest. They also link from Twitter. They have a very active Twitter feed that they post a lot of information about their candles, but the links from their Twitter feed go to Pinterest.
Oh, wow.
So you can see more of their products. I think that's a great way to do it because, again, you can see the stuff that they've set up on their Pinterest page. Plus, people can purchase right from Pinterest. If you click on one of these pictures, you go right to where you can buy that object, and people can do their shopping super quick.
As long as it's linked back to your site.
Right.
Where
yeah, you would need to link it to your site.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can, like Kim said, you have your Pinterest page set up, and you can link anything to it, your email from Facebook, and have them all coming to the same area, looking at your different products, or send them to your website, of course. But Pinterest is going to be, I think, a big player this holiday season.
Definitely, and that's what's so great is these boards and these pins can drive traffic right back to your site where you want them and can engage and convert them to buyers. One other thing I just wanted to mention on Pinterest quickly is that you could also do Pinterest promotions. So you could do sort of a seasonal inspiration. And there are a whole set of terms of service on Pinterest about running contests. So you want to make sure that you follow the terms of service on Pinterest or on Facebook when you're doing any kind of contest or promotions. But you can do seasonal inspirations and ask people to create their own theme boards based on a particular idea or a question. We're seeing this become more prevalent, and then you can select a winner via a panel of judges. So that's really fun. And there's also been a lot more promotions around pin it to win it. So you can create a board of your products or services and have users enter the contest by repinning their favorite thing to their own board. So what this does is you can see if you create this board of gifts for the season and have people pin, this is what I want, and create their own wish list or something like that, pin it to win it. This starts to get your items out on so many more people's boards and their feeds. So it's really brilliant. A winner can be chosen randomly and then receive the item that they pinned or that they chose. So it's really simple to do that as well. So check out Pinterest if you haven't already, and it can be a fabulous feeder for your holiday offers and promotions and gift guides and make your holiday very fun. So a couple of resources. You'll want to keep an eye on blog.verticalresponse.com in the coming days and weeks as we post more holiday content to give you quick tips and hints to survive the season with your sanity intact and do it successfully. Also, Small Business Saturday is sponsored by American Express, and it's all about shop small, shop local, and it's very much in support of small businesses. We have a great microsite that we've just launched the other day. It's verticalresponse.com/small business Saturday. So you can find lots of great things here, from checklists to toolkits to promote your business for Small Business Saturday. We also have a little contest there, so you can enter that. And then again, our fun random holiday, free shipping day on December 17th. And obviously, it didn't put the Black Friday and Cyber Monday
Right.
and kind of the givens,
We
but these
assume
are
you guys know
fun
that.
resources to consider. And now we would love to open up.
Yeah. Also,
Q&A.
just so you know, we have our marketing resources page at the website. If you go to verticalresponse.com and click on resources, and we have some holiday guides there, as well as some webinars, including the PR one that I mentioned that we did last week is up on the recorded webinar page on the resources.